evening. Coming up tonight, there's a new candidate to look for in the race for a seat at Congress. More on the new SC candidate.
It's great to be a Gator hater here at USC. See what Beamer had to say about this weekend's big win over Florida.
And finally, bring your movie night out of the house with this week's Thursday After Dark event.
But before all that, meteorologist Finn Carlin is here to give us a preview of this week's forecast.
Yeah, Marissa, I've been joking around with some friends of mine that Columbia really needs to make up its mind because we had some winter weather last week and summer like sun this week, but it's actually not about what's happening in the city, but more so what's coming from outside to affect us right here in Columbia. I'll have all that and more on my forecast tonight on SGTV Nightly News. Live from the Kennedy Greenhouse studio, this is SGTV Nightly News.
Good evening, Carolina. I'm Will Kronsberg.
And I'm Marissa Giray. Thanks for joining us tonight.
In-person absentee voting has begun in Columbia, South Carolina for the runoff mayoral election.
Residents within city limits of Columbia can cast their vote for mayor from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday at the Richland County Voter and Elections Office.
You can vote at the Richland County Elections Office up until 5 p.m. on November 15th.
The offices will be closed November 11th for Veterans Day observance.
Continuing on with politics, a new candidate has entered the race to represent South Carolina in Washington.
Dr. Annie Andrews announced a campaign to represent South Carolina's 1st Congressional District, which currently encompasses the southern coastal region of the state in Charleston, Berkeley, Dorchester, and Beaufort counties.
Andrews, an MUSC pediatrician and mother of 3, is running as a Democrat and trying to unseat first-term Congresswoman Nancy Mace.
Her campaign launch video featured a promise to tell the truth over all else and prioritize low country concerns rather than national issues, similar to former SC1 representative and current gubernatorial candidate Joe Cunningham.
Primaries for all state elections would fall on June 14th of next year, ahead of the general election exactly 1 year from today, on November 8th, 2022. The Center for Integrative and Experiential Learning is rolling out 4 new grants focused on increasing experiential learning opportunities.
Some of the Beyond the Classroom faculty and staff grants will help students' engagement by giving them one-time experiences.
While some are enabling for new curricula and programs, all with the goal of tying what students are learning into class to the real world around them and making their connection even stronger to the campus community. Sandra Kelly, Vice Provost at South Carolina, says every student should explore and engage while here at the University of South Carolina. This will maximize their impact on their own education and transform them as individuals. And the month of November may have only just begun, but the city of Columbia is now starting to bring in the holiday spirit. Just this morning, the state Christmas tree has arrived in front of the State House.
South Carolina First Lady Peggy McMaster was in attendance to welcome in this year's tree. With help from Columbia Garden Club and Experience Columbia, South Carolina, the 35-foot-tall white fir has been put up.
This year's tree has come all the way from Maryland and will feature over 13,000 lights. The tree will be lit during the governor's 55th annual Carol Lighting on Sunday, November 21st at 6 p.m. And Marissa, we're only in November. We still have Thanksgiving to go, as we discussed on Nightly News just last week. There is a holiday before Christmas, but it's great to see the governor getting into the season.
Yes, I'm really looking forward. I love when they put the state treehouse up. I'm really looking forward to that. And also, I think it's great that, well, even though there is Thanksgiving, the tree is already up, but
I mean, it's great to light the state, especially as it gets darker. The sun went down at about 5:30 today, so it's great that we have that light coming from the Capitol. Now, that's all we have for news, but stick around to hear about some serious Gamecock wins in the world of sports. Stay with us.
Welcome back, everyone. This weekend, Gamecock volleyball took on the Wildcats and achieved something that hasn't been done since Troy Bolton's Wildcats were relevant. Our News 4 sports anchor, Colleen Schultes, will tell you how Carolina was truly all in this together. Colleen?
Gamecock volleyball was back in action this past Thursday against the Kentucky Wildcats. And guys, it's time to party like it's 2010 as the streak is finally over. After 13 straight losses and just 2 wins in the past 27 meetings, the Gamecocks took down the Wildcats 3-2. Kentucky, who are the reigning national champions, took an early 2-1 lead, but could not hold on as Carolina took control in sets 4 and 5 to come out with a win. Though Gamecock star Michaela Robinson was out, huge performances from Kyla Manning, who had 17 kills, and Riley Whitesides, who had 18, led a complete team performance that included contribution from 6 underclassmen. Carolina took advantage of sloppy play and service errors committed by the Wildcats to win the first set 26-24, but the second set looked a little different, with Carolina jumping out to a 14-11 lead, then falling behind after the Wildcats went on an 11-0 run, and ultimately dropping the second set 25-17. In the third set, Carolina lost 25-13, but were able to even up the match in the fourth set after a 25-20 win. Kentucky fell in the fifth and final set after committing 4 more service errors and huge hits by Whitesides. Obianati and Morgan Carter led the Gamecocks to their 3rd win against a top 25 team this season. However, the Wildcats were able to get their revenge this past Friday as they took the match against the Gamecocks 3-0. The Gamecocks are back on the court in Auburn on Wednesday, November 10th to take on the Tigers at 9 p.m. on the SEC Network. The wins continued in Columbia this weekend as Beamer and the Gamecocks took down the Gators in such a way that the late great Steve Irwin would be proud as they routed Florida 40-17 on Saturday. The Gamecock offense looked revamped as Jason Brown, a redshirt senior, made his first career start at quarterback and looked like a seasoned vet as he threw for 2 touchdowns and led the Gamecocks on 5 first-half scoring drives, helping Carolina jump out to a 30-10 lead at half. Another key component for the offense on Saturday was their run game, as Kevin Harris and Zaquandre White each rushed for over 100 yards, and the team combined for a total of 284 yards overall. This being the first time the Gamecocks have gone over 150 yards on the ground since week 1. The defense had a day of their own as well, holding the Gators to only 82 yards rushing, their lowest total of the season, and keeping the Gators under 345 yards of offense for the first time since 2019. And with Carolina's offense exploding for 459 yards, this is also the first team the Gators have been outgained this year. And while this may have shocked the fans in the stadium, for Beamer and the team, it was expected.
We've talked ever since that A&M game about competing, and we've had the 2 best weeks of practice that we've had all season coming off that A&M loss. Practices have been spirited, energized, physical, competitive, and we expected to win this football game like we did. Nobody was shocked at how it went.
This was a big win for Beamer since, as he mentioned, the Gamecocks have not had the best 3-game stretch, with 2 tough losses and a narrowly escaped home win. Some other key game notes: Parker White, the most reliable kicker in the country, made a career-best 4 field goals, and defensive tackle Jabari Ellis recovered a fumble for a touchdown. Carolina is now 1 win away from bowl eligibility for the first time in 3 years. With 3 games left on the schedule, Carolina will now head to the fake Columbia this Saturday, November 13th, to take on the Missouri Tigers at 4 p.m., and you can catch that on the SEC Network. That's all I have tonight from Carolina Sports. Back to you, Marissa.
Thanks, Colleen. For a look into Columbia's nightlife this upcoming week, stay with us to hear from our entertainment news. Don't go away.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Lauren Waters.
And I'm Alex Teeter. We've got a look into some exciting events for the week that you'll want to add into your planners, especially on Thursday.
Tomorrow, Gamecock Entertainment is giving students the opportunity to build a buddy. It is their twist on Build-A-Bear. Everything needed to build your buddy will be provided. All you have to do is bring your friends and build your own stuffed animal. Stop by Russell House Ballroom or East Quad from 6 to 9 p.m.
Now, with finals coming up, I do gotta say, I will be needing a study buddy. What about you?
Definitely. I love going to Build-A-Bear, but I definitely think that this would be a fun event. I saw it a couple years ago, and I think it'd be really cool.
Oh, they're adorable. This Thursday, as part of the Thursday After Dark series, Gamecock Entertainment presents a drive-in movie. Knives Out will play from 6 to 9 p.m. at the State Fairgrounds. For more information, be sure to check out Garnet Gate.
Have you ever been to a drive-in movie before?
No, this will actually be my first one, and I'm really excited.
I've been to one before, but not here, but I think it'll be really fun. If you're not looking to watch a movie on Thursday night, Tin Roof is inviting all Potterheads to Wizard Fest. There will be Harry Potter trivia, costume contest with cash prizes, and a live DJ to bring the party. Tickets are $15, and the wizardry starts at 8:30.
Now, I gotta confess, I am a huge Potterhead, so I'm looking forward to trivia night and winning the dub.
I do like Harry Potter. I have only seen like 4 of the however many movies there are, but maybe we will get to see some more.
We can always fix that. This weekend, the annual Christmas Arts and Crafts Market is coming back to the Midlands. This is one of the 3 events hosted annually. It is being held at the South Carolina State Fairgrounds. On Saturday, the hours are 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. On Sunday, the hours are noon to 4 p.m. as well. The event is free, but you might want to buy some early Christmas presents while you're there, so be sure to come out and support some local artisans and get in the holiday spirit.
I really wanted to go to this. A teacher mentioned it to me, but I'll be going to Biltmore this weekend, so sadly I won't be able to go.
Oh, I'll take lots of pictures for you. It's going to be a lot of fun.
That's all we have for your entertainment news this week. Up next, meteorologist Finn Carlin will let you know if it's time to pack up your shorts and t-shirts or not. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to SGTV Nightly News, everybody. I'm meteorologist Finn Carlin here with your weekly forecast on this Monday night. I hope you've been doing well. I know it's been a minute since I've been gone, but Alex and Lauren, you are absolutely onto something. They're saying to pack up your shorts and t-shirts, but actually it's quite the opposite. You might want to bring them back out because we're going to have some really high temperatures this week, and if you've broken out the coats and the sweaters, as I love to wear all the time, you might just want to put them back for this week specifically. Now, not to throw any shade on this week or anything, but you might want to keep the sunglasses close. It's going to be warm and sunny this week, except for Thursday and Friday. We're going to have a 50% chance and 30% chance of rain, so not too terribly much, and those temperatures are going to drop this weekend. But if we look here at the high temperature trend this week, we see consistently in the high 70s, and that's unlike, well, should be unlike Columbia for this time in November, but that's actually because of some outside weather coming into the East Coast. There's a high pressure system moving along into the East Coast. It's affecting us here in the capital city. That's what leaves these consistently high temperatures for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and even Friday up in the low 70s. But this is where the real story is. When that high pressure system starts to move out, big temperature drop from Friday to Saturday. We get back to those temperatures kind of like we were feeling last week when it was super chilly. 62 on Saturday and then a 57 high on Sunday. And next week, it's going to be a little bit more chilly. So bring out the shirts and shorts for this week. And then next week, you might want to put them back, bring out the coats and the sweaters once again. I'm going to be wearing my sweaters because I always talk about them because I just love them so much. But tomorrow in Carolina, again, consistently high 70s across the board. In Columbia, it's going to be around the high, 77 in Columbia. And towards the upstate in Rock Hill, also 77, 74 in Greenville. A little bit cooler in Greenwood, not too terribly much though. Aiken, Orangeburg, and Sumter and Florence right here towards the middle of the state, bringing in some mid to high 70s here. Along the coast is going to be a lot cooler than the rest of the state. 69 in Myrtle Beach, so not even hitting 70. Low 70s in Charleston and in Hilton Head. And right now in Columbia, South Carolina, it's 55 degrees. Even though it was, in the mid 70s earlier today, it kind of dropped a lot between then and now. We have a 26% humidity, so it feels exactly like 55, and that high pressure system does bring a lot of really dry weather and really warm weather, so don't expect super high humidity this week. That's the good news with there being some heat this week. We have a wind going north at 6 miles per hour. It's cool and clear. Local time is 7:14 p.m. and sunset was at 5:25 p.m. because of daylight savings. If you ask me, that's a little bit criminal. I don't know. There's something about coming to the studio and it being dark outside when it definitely should be a little bit lighter, but I digress. On tomorrow, it's going to be high 77. It's going to be sunny. We're going to keep that way up until Thursday. Peak highs on Wednesday, and then going into your Veterans Day on Thursday, we're going to have chance showers, but 50% chance showers in around the middle of the day, 74 high and a 58 low. Also chance showers on Friday, a little bit lower, 30% chance of rain at about the middle of the day. And then look at these lows. These lows start to really get low going throughout the week as we make that really big temperature drop on Saturday, going from 72 to 62 high, but then also just about a 10 degree difference going into the lows for Saturday as well. And then on Sunday, those temperatures start to drop and it's going to be sunny and cool.
And finally tonight, our Carolina canine for this week is Crash. He's an 8-year-old Dachshund Cocker Spaniel mix that was sent in by Alex Finger. He loves belly rubs, his chew toys, and going on walks to the lake after dinner. He's not the most friendly to everyone, but if he likes you, he's always down to cuddle with you. Marissa, I am just dying to cuddle with Crash. So cute, so cuddly looking.
I love, since he's like half of the dachshund, I've always wanted a little dachshund, but he looks exactly like one, and I really want to take him home. He's just so cute. He's like, oh.
He looks so sweet, and walking around the lake, I just feel like that would be so relaxing.
I know.
Such a cute little pup, absolutely.
Oh, I want him. Anyway, well, that's all we have for tonight's edition of SGTV Nightly News.
Make sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at SGTV at USC.
To keep up with all of our content, be sure to also visit us online at SGTV Online. For SGTV Nightly News, I'm Marissa Jure.
And I'm Will Kronsberg. From all of us here at SGTV, have a great night, Carolina, forever to be.